this video, you are going to learn how to use keywords to target specific customers already searching on the internet giant Google to find your products in your online store. We will be covering how and where to use keywords and how to find the best keywords straight from Google. We will introduce a key concept that we will be using throughout this training called keyword concentration. Remember, you can always download the PDF version of the training directly under this video. Let's talk about Google traffic for a minute here. This will help you understand why ranking high in the Google search will increase your online store sales. As you can see here, over 40,000 searches on Google take place every single second of the day. This is a huge amount of potential customers looking for products. So we now know there is unlimited possibilities with Google traffic. Now we are going to tap into that traffic. There are two separate terms we will be using throughout this training. The first one is a main keyword or main keyword phrase. This is a set of 2 words or more that create a phrase that describes your product. The second phrase is a relative keyword. A relative keyword is a single word that is related or has a relationship with your main keyword phrase. A great example is where cookware set is the main keyword phrase and lids is the relative keyword. We will be using both the main keyword phrase and relative keywords throughout the WooCommerce listing. Okay, let's dive right in. As you can see here, we have our example product. We are now going to choose a main keyword phrase to use throughout this training in several different areas, including the title, description, and images. So how do we choose a main keyword phrase? The answer is so simple it will surprise you. Imagine you are a customer and you want to find this product. What words would you type into Google? There is no right or wrong answer here. I could easily ask 5 different people what this is a picture of, and guess what? You guessed it, I would get 5 different answers. Let's take this concept a little further. I want to use a 2 to 3 set of words to describe this product without using brand names or specifics on the product. I see a pot rack where you may see a hanging cookware shelf. So for this example, I have chosen pot rack. Now let's go to Google and see what kind of data we can find. When thinking about a pot rack, I decided to do more detailed search and Google suggested wall mount pot rack, as you can see here. So by looking at the information, we can clearly see that over 639,000 results for wall mount pot rack. This tells me the keyword phrase is good enough to concentrate on for my WooCommerce listing. Now that we can see there's a decent amount of traffic coming from Google, what else are we looking for here? As you will notice, there are sponsored ads which show products for your keyword phrase. So you can see the types of products being advertised and can get an average price for your WooCommerce listing. Now let's find some relative keywords. This is the amazing thing about Google. Google will actually give you suggestions based on the keyword phrase you enter. In this example, I typed in pot rack, then added a space afterwards. Then you will see suggested keywords based on users that search Google. And another benefit is to scroll to the bottom of the page after you've done a search, where you will see additional related or relative keywords. The key to remember here is to only use words that are actually related to your product. An example to this statement would be, I would not call my product a hanging pot rack, since it does not hang from the ceiling. However, I could use the word hanging in my description in another way, such as, this wall mount pot rack is great for hanging frying pans, or something to that effect. In the next portion of this training, we will take our main keyword phrase and relative keywords and implement them into our WooCommerce listing. We will be using the keyword research from Google in the title, image names, product tags, and description. We will also go over how to write high converting descriptions to increase your sales. There are several sections in the WooCommerce Add a Product screen. The purpose in this advanced training is to teach you how to implement SEO into each section so that Google will rank you higher in the search results. Your title should never be more than 60 characters in length. The most important thing to remember is never just stuff keywords anywhere on your online store. You will get better ranking from Google if your title is no more than 56 to 58 characters long. When building your title, do not repeat keywords. As you can see, we have added additional relative words that are related to the example product. Naming images for your online store is a big part of ranking in Google search. The product image is a single image inside of WooCommerce, so it is important to use your main keyword phrase as the image name. As you can see here, we have replaced the spaces between the words with a hyphen or a dash. Let's move to the product gallery images. The same concept is used in naming these images, except we will add one of our relative words to the image name as seen here. Once you have named your images, you will upload them shown previously in the WooCommerce Training Basics. When creating the long description, try to keep it under 140 words, split into 2 small paragraphs. You can tell a story about the product. Think about how or why a person would use this product when creating your text. Something to keep in mind, you do not want to copy word for word from your supplier. Google loves unique content. You will want to add your main keyword phrase to your text 3 times distributed evenly, meaning at the beginning, middle, and close to the end or last paragraph. Each main keyword phrase should be bold, italic, or underlined as seen here. Simply highlight the word and press the B icon for bold, the I icon for italic, or the U icon for underline. When writing your long description, try to use your relative words that we collected on our list. The short product description is the first section your customer will see in your online store when viewing your product. We want to create a heading 3 tag on the first line, a phrase that has your main keyword phrase in it as seen here. Highlight the text, then click the arrow down next to the paragraph word and choose heading 3. Hit enter once and start building your features or bullet list as seen here. Choosing a product category is a relatively simple process. You want to use a more broad category, but not too broad. So since the example product is related to kitchen organization, that is the name of the category. Product tags is a totally different story. Think of product tags as keyword phrases. You want up to 5 different keyword phrases related to your product. So with that in mind, we would enter wall mount pot rack, wood pot rack with shelf, or kitchen pot rack. It is very important to not use more than 5 product tags, as it will look very spammy to Google, and that's not what we want. Now that you have listed a Google optimized listing in WooCommerce, we want to let Google find it. You could do nothing and just wait. Well, there's no fun in that. So we're going to use social signals to get Google's attention. There are lots of social networks we can share the product link on. However, we recommend the main social networks seen here. Please be sure you have watched the social signals for eBay training included in your Surge membership. Social signals work for anything, not just eBay and not just e-commerce.